So off we go to Shani and all that. But the epiphany I had, to return to that, and she was living where again? Oh, by there. That the gemstone will get by destiny. This one will get through the investigations that whoever is in cahoots with Salamander or whatever, they have the last gemstone. So in a way, it could be a good idea to clear all that inside, clear out that before we go outside again. But we will find out about that.
The end is nigh! The likes of you is proof enough. Nothing personal.
I'm here to see Shani.
The white frost approaches. I feel it in my bones. You don't know how it is living in a cold house in your old age. Goodness.
Probably shouldn't give her drugs. But let us give her a medium strength alcohol.
Upstairs, my prince.
So bribing her. Can we loot her crates? Probably won't mind. Let's take the torch, because it's worth the money. I mean, there's very, very little money. Some goes to the food. We might be able to sell that at one point. Pigs and lard. Perfect with alcohol. Oh, hold up. No. Probably kicks like a mule. Pork. We don't have any of the pork. Oh. Not a quest item. That's useful then. Pick up inscription on the card. Child's handwriting reads, "Whosoever reads a page will a monster enrage." Okay. Oh no.
Hello, precious. Do go upstairs.
Just about to be afraid that we'd be thrown out. Now let's see from Shani as well. We're in hard times. We need all the money we can get. Take the shawl. Also probably use those as gifts for Dr. For the old woman.
Yes?
Let's try it out.
Shani,
I wanted to talk.
what is it?
Sometimes I dream about the Battle of Brenna, the massacre.
I'm sorry.
But that's it. I'm not sorry. I wake up refreshed and it's like I'm used to suffering. Does that make sense?
It does.
Thanks. Sometimes it's good to share.
Don't mention it.
Can we call in the favor or anything?
Yes?
Let's try again.
Shani,
I wanted to talk.
Let's just go through
What
the
is
same.
Sometimes I dream about
I'm sorry.
But that's it.
It does.
Thanks.
Don't mention.
Yep. That's trauma and trauma and getting used to stuff. It has this scientific word. I can't really remember it at the moment though. Probably returns to me in 15 minutes or so. Let's see. Return to him and get that letter again. So first, Kalkstein. And hopefully he'll give us something to do with the lightning. So he's done working at night. Or just sweeping the floor.
Sorry, I got lost in thought.
About the tower.
Yes?
Vasca helped me locate the tower tarot card. It describes how to wake the sentry.
Let's see this card. Interesting. Much depends on interpretation, but I think I understand. Alchemists find it easier to understand other alchemists.
Enlighten me.
The sentry can only be woken if it's near the tower, which it is, and by using a lightning rod.
A lightning rod?
The drawing depicts a man in a crown, A reference to King Herman the Mad?
Who's Herman the Mad?
Herman used to ascend a tower during storms and insult the gods. A hostile faction carried out a coup by removing the lightning rod from the tower.
An interesting story.
You'll need a device that attracts and conducts lightning. Put plainly, a solid metal rod. A good smith should be able to forge one for a decent price.
What next?
Yes, we'll need a thunderstorm, but I have no idea how to make Mother Nature cooperate.
I'll think of something.
When you have everything, attach the lightning rod to the sentry. Energy from the lightning bolt will revive the golem.
What next?
No idea, but you'll manage. If you kill the golem, you'll be able to make a rare potion requiring his heart. Here's the formula.
We'll see.
Sorry, I got lost in thought.
Fine, sell anything. We could get the red ribbon to repel drowners. Wyvern, basilisk and cockatrice. It could be very useful. But our money... Let's see. No, fuck it. We'll grab it. So, we know a guy who can sell it to anyway, so... Basilisk. Dark and damp places like caves or canal branches. Royal Wyvern. It's dangerous. And normal Wyvern. Pretty damn dangerous too. And they use poison. Try to knock them down and poison them with venom.
Might Rubedo be better?
Oh, it's not that tactic. But that's what they do. So, did we get a lightning rod? No. Of course, I don't know what, my brain just had a coup for that. We need the lightning rod from the smith, who's most likely the good old dwarf. So, anything else we need to do at night? No. If we rest here, Vivaldi will probably have the thing ready too. We are getting places. 10 hours of sitting still, here we go. Now that I can only recommend against. Don't meditate for 10 hours straight. Even though there is something called like dark meditation or something, where you're supposed to be locked inside a room for like 3 days in a row or so. And sure, you'll get fed if you're doing it at one of those places where you can do it. But you'll be in a room where there's no stimuli of any kind. No sounds, nothing to see because you'll be in pitch blackness. Nothing to taste, and the only thing you can smell will be the room, which is probably sterilized and kept clean so there's no smell. And then you're just left in there with your own thoughts for 3 days or so. And supposedly it's a great experience, and I've been meaning to try something similar, of course using a homemade darkroom.
What brings you here?
Have you finished your answer to Yavin?
Yes, here it is. The elf will surely reward you.
Let's hope you're right.
Let's read the letter because we are a dangerous man. Look, return of your letter. Your query was simple, and thus will my answer be. I believe your enterprise to be at a lesson and harmful both elves and dwarves. Sees the language of financiers, I cannot extend credit towards its pursuit. To use your boy's language, I have naught and shall give naught. And what is more, I would not give even if I had any. No reason to hand him over to the police, because he's not colluding with them at all. And go back to the swamps, hand over to Yavin. Go to the blacksmith's house, get a lightning rod as well before doing it.
Need something?
Will you sell me your wares?
Zoltan praised you, so we can trade. If you care to buy something, see my apprentice. I do the forging and handle special orders.
Would you make me a lightning rod? A long metal?
I know what one is. We used them in Mahakam when humans still prayed to storms. You haven't learnt much about lightning rods since.
Can you make a lightning rod?
Are you trying to offend me, or can't you control what you say? I can, for 50 orens.
Deal.
Come back later.
Okay. We already have that much money, so...
Need something?
The lightning rod?
It's ready. 50 orens.
50 orens, like we agreed.
Druids in the swamp to find a way to create a storm. Good thing we're going there anyway. Now, let's see. Oh, a book to sell. What's that scroll? Oh, the Golem's Pith. Require an intelligence upgrade when consumed. Neat. So an intelligence upgrade. If we just look at that, oh. Probably that then, the rising moon. Yeah. Allow us to get that. It's pretty neat, I suppose. Let's see. We could continue our investigations in town before we head out again. In time, I feel like we are missing details and all that. Listen, we need evidence and Ramsmead and evidence and all the others. Let's go out in the dike anyway.
What do you want?
Or not anyway, we'll be going. We'll read this so we can sell it. We'll read that so we can sell it, finding minuscule amounts of money. We'll sell all the other books. But I thought they are resting nicely. So here we got that check if Coleman's out there. No, that's the wrong way. And if he is, we'll try and see if we can talk to him about Salamandra now. Because clearly Ramsmead is up to something. Also, let's see. So again, we have plenty of autosaves, so let's delete some of those. Keeping one just in case we needed. And not saving over our sacred slot at the moment. There you go. File management. Right here. Sort of live on the YouTubes. I don't know, what do we have here? Gate to the dike, no matter what. Yeah, good idea. Checking if Coleman's about. If not, just take the ferryman, go to the druids, hand over the letter to Yavin.
Nothing personal against witches.
Like the look of me.
Oh, let's see, missing it. Let's just go there to discover it. Just to have it. Redanian merchant. Oh.
Old Vizima. Beyond that gate, the Catriona plague kills dozens every day. I have a feeling the quarantine's useless.
So on the map, we now have a gate for new. Oh, Vizima. The old part of town. It was built originally. The world map. That's, yeah, off there, and they put the other over there. All built off
Damned
ruins.
Temeria.
Ah, it's from Redania.
Army license.
Got the ferryman take us back out into the swamp.
Interesting.
And next time we'll be returning through means of teleportation.
Transport services at the best prices.
Even
Take me to the other side.
Times are wasting.
even though Geralt has a great dislike of magical
Ready to go?
magical transportation.
How many times are you going to ask me that?
Which, to be fair, the way portals work is, you know, milky white surface you go through and then maybe you appear somewhere else. You may also not appear anywhere and that's practically death. And by the means of this teleportation, it's nearly, you're being broken down to the atomic level and then rebuilt. So is it really you or is it someone else? So I suppose to stay in character, we'd have to do the means of using a pheromone. It's also only 5 orens. Spooky cutscene once more. Hopefully we'll find an Equinox idea.
A new customer. Come aboard.
Has it saved out here? Nope. So let's save over. No, not load. Holy, I was about to make a goof. We save over this. Yay. We go to the Druids, which is roughly this way. And if we are lucky, we'll run into Equinox along the way. Equinopso. One Equinox would be all we needed though. All we need. Present tense. Just need some of those gosh darn plants. Now drowners and blood sweeters, they are of no use to us. Let's stick to the road. We will be assaulted by drowners. Hoping we'd get some Equinox as well, sprouting up. And they did earlier, so unfortunately they should just be around here. But I could of course be mistaken. Let's draw this sword to move faster. Also from Elitale. Just follow the road. Hopefully we won't just trigger all those drowners on the swamp either. We triggered some though. I would say it's possible to turn to an earlier point. Or to train yourself to be grateful and appreciative of all the small things. Without it just being, oh, everything's bad now, but it can get better later. No, it can only get better. You know, that's also a way to look at it, and it works for some. And just notice the beauty in all the small things, the beauty in the people around you, both physically and what's inside of them, and not just their guts, but who they are. And I find that most people like not awful or bad people. Or ugly people, but those are the people who tend to view the world in a negative light. I find they usually have some kind of grudge against either just one group of people or against several groups of people. Or just against the world at large. And sure, you can have that attitude and just want to watch the world burn. Sure, go ahead, I will stop you. But when you then start spouting stuff like, oh, I don't trust people in general, or stuff like that. Sure, some people should be distrusted and so on, based on their actions. Well, that I mean individuals. If you meet one guy who has brown hair, for example, and he's kind of a cunt, does not mean that everyone else with brown hair is a bit of a, asshat. Those people, you can't reason with them if they have a grudge against everyone to begin with. And you go, but maybe if you try looking at things a different way, maybe not. No, because the world is awful. No, it's not. This requires you to be able to accept the world and other people. And sure, I can't, in a way, I can't accept the people who don't view the world the way I do. Or rather, if they go against my perception of the world, as in everyone is reasonable, everyone is decent at something, or decent in some way, shape or form, or at the core. Can I click around there? Oh my god. At the core, everyone's a decent person. Scene 3 out here. I think this warrants a talking.
Oh! Geralt?
By the eternal fire, it's good to see you.
What happened?
An Echinops thorn pains me under my greave. I fear I cannot walk. We were seeking the golem burial ground. Some fool, may the eternal fire illuminate the darkness of his mind, was ranting on about mosquitoes and golems when the cursed plant shot me with its thorn. Ouch!
You should get someone to dress that wound.
No time for trivial matters. Elves and hawkers are dealing at the burial ground. My duty was to eliminate the hawkers and the Scoia'tael, chopping off all the Hydra's heads in one fell swoop.
Guess the Hydra got a reprieve.
It was a direct order from the Grand Master. Help me. I'll appoint you commander of my unit.
I'm a witcher, not a soldier.
I believe in you, Geralt. Nothing occurs without cause. The eternal fire has given you both honor and responsibility.
Don't get excited, Siegfried.
We truly need your assistance.
Wait here. I'll look around.
We should not, even though the squad's are awful, the order is not exactly great either, I'm starting to feel and see. Javen. Some more. Wyverness Druid. Of course, because of the other stuff. He's probably off by the non-human camp. And probably ask us to help him as well. The druids want the thunderstorm. But to have the thunderstorm conjured, it's probably best to have the... Hand over the letter first, because the letter is less important. And if I know one thing about role-playing games, it's solve the less important stuff first, unless things are timed. You know, to get back to elaborating what I'm saying, I truly believe that the world is a wonderful place and full of wonderful people. Just some people are vicious and awful, terrorists and so on. But even worse, those who just can't accept beauty in the world and have to believe that everything is bad. It's those people, you can't reason with them, and usually not on other subjects as well. And this is personal experience, so do go ahead and prove me wrong. I'd love to prove me wrong. Because it's kind of contradicting my own belief that there are people out there that you can't reason with. And those people are just... Run away, Geralt! I have found several people who are, who in agreement with me, agree with me. Yeah, the world is great, and people in it are also pretty great on average. And almost browbeat someone who believes that the world is awful, browbeat them to just shut the fuck up. Because no one wants to hear about how everything's awful in casual conversation. Rather hear about how you were walking through the woods and then just you were at one with nature, you were in harmony and everything was just great, and then you remembered, oh yeah, debts paid off, earning decent money, working a good job, dealing with decent people on average every day. That's the kind of stuff I want to hear about, or how you then got inspired by that to write a song, a poem, a short story, or just to buy a cake. Because that is good. That's the kind of stuff people can use for something. You're saying, oh, someone was being annoying, so I yelled at them, and then I went and cried, and the people were awful. You can't use that for anything. So please. I mean, shit. We have to talk about it, to deal with it. But, at the end of the day, it's minuscule stuff. Rather be appreciative that, oh, you're living with someone and sometimes they're a bit of a booger, but I'm sure there's a positive side to it all. Like, either, oh, they're moving out soon, or they're very good at what they're doing. But usually, people who are also just bad at life in general, those are the ones who have that woe is me and the world is awful kind of attitude. Because instead of trying to work on the issues, they blame everyone else. Kinda like the Scoia'tael. they also blame everyone else for their own issues. And then they start using the methods of their enemies against their enemies, and everything's just a big giant, pardon my language, but shit show. And it's, yeah, Yevon's here. He could probably also ask us to help him. So which the answer is a definite no.
Ah, Witcher.
You've been busy. A training camp?
We must train to fight effectively.
Really think this band of warriors can accomplish something?
Can a few stones turn into an avalanche? Can an entire city burn down from just one spark? No need to answer. We both know the truth. Yes.
I have Vivaldi's response.
He sends words, not gold. I suspected as much.
So my effort was in vain?
Quite the contrary, Witcher. Vivaldi either will not or cannot help us. Crucial information regardless. Did he say why he refused?
Bankrupt. Advocates peaceful reform, struggle within the limits of the law.
I suppose he advocates peaceful reform, struggle within the limits of the law.
Vivaldi's an intelligent player. Do you really think he believes that possible? Imagine the Temerian gentry and King Foltest returning lands they took from us with fire and sword. Imagine them accepting non-humans as equals.
Yevon's preparing for battle. In the swamp, he's created a training camp for Scots under his command. Yeah. This is not good. This is not good at all. We're dealing with two groups of people who are, you know, the kind of people I'm talking about. Vicious people who can't just get it into their heads that treating others fairly and normally and as people goes a long way to making everything better. And I'm close to sounding like a big goddamn hippie, but maybe I am a big goddamn hippie. But we'll chat with Yevon and see what he has to say about it and what they're preparing for and all that, because I think that's kind of great. So get that side of the story, and then we can go, no, we're not helping either of them. We're losing XP and gold, but so be it, because it's not our conflict. Even though both parties will claim that it is, it's not. And I, and Geralt, but Geralt at least, disagrees with methods of both. So, that is what I have to say about that.